Well, good day. Back for another video of Clayton Schick Outdoors. I'm Clayton Schick and this is the outdoors. It's a quiet fall morning. Actually, I can hear the wind above the trees pretty good, so it's not so quiet, but it's definitely fall. Leaves are dropping quick. Lake trout fishing still. Baker's Narrows Lodge at the Papaskow. Today we're going to venture to the big lake to start with. Try to do lake trout for as long as we can until it gets too rough possibly, and then maybe switch over to some walleye for the end of the day, or even a half day type of thing, something like that. It's gonna be a little bit windier today, so we're not going to push it super hard today. I'm pumped, let's go. Well, I'm on the water and look at the guides are getting ready for their day to take out their clients. That's awesome. So they have here at Baker's Narrows, like I said in my last video, you can do packages that have guided trips, non-guided trips, guided for a day, just so you can get a little bit familiar with the lake, and he can show you how to get to the big lake if that's where you want to target. So it's nice in that sense. You don't have to do guided. You can do it yourself like I'm doing, or you can do the guided package. Both are great options. They have some very good guides here. John, super experienced guide on this body of water. Mac, an 18-year-old up-and-comer. Kid is a fishing guru. I chatted with him for a couple nights here and he loves to fish. Like, it's what he wants to do. He just bought a new boat, or a used boat, but a new boat for him, and he plans on going hard. So it's really awesome. They have a deadly operation in that sense. Look at the little cabins there too. I shouldn't say little, big cabins. Man, I'm missing out. I think I need to move to the north. I need to spend all my time up here, not just weeks. The sun is already risen. Not above the clouds yet though, so it's a little bit cool, but not bad though. It's supposed to get even colder as the next couple days go, which is awesome. You can put on the striker ice suit and give her, but we are headed out to the big lake. Let's do it. Well, always good just to troll around a little bit first and get a feel for the little area before you start casting it. You know the area, obviously you can just start casting, but if you want to get a feel for the area, do some charting, might as well throw out the spoon, do some trolling. There's definitely a washing machine on that island. Somebody put a washing machine there, it means it must be good. Oh, fish, fish, fish. Just troll along that island. If you're never sure where to start, you can always do some trolling. It's gonna be a laker or a pike. It's fighting more like a lake trout, I'd say. Oh yeah. That's what they do. You get all squirrely. You get all squirrely at the surface. Okay, got off. Perfect. Little guy. Little laker. Little laker. I feel like I could have caught that fish if I wanted to, so that's one. Got him. Nice. Nice. Well, this worked out. My Google Earth adventure has worked out. Amazing. Not big, but it's a fish. It's a fish. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, well, I don't have the main camera going because I was driving around and it's rough. I don't want to get it wet, but that's my second fish of the day on a Google Earth spot. I'm going to pause the video right here. We're gonna sit down on my desk. We're gonna talk Google Earth for a few minutes. Google Earth is literally one of the most powerful tools you can use for fishing. I use it all the time for all my trips. I'll usually use it on my big computer before I go, kind of plan out where I wanna go, the routes I'm gonna take when I'm there. A lot of the clear lakes, you're gonna avoid a lot of the danger this way too. But when I'm out actually on the lake, I'll actually pull out my Google Maps app, and you don't need perfect cell reception because your phone will run off of GPS. And then once you're on there, all of a sudden you can find all of these underwater humps or places that are danger zones when you drive. So for example, right here, like off of this island there's a little bit of a hump, possibly a little bit of a reef type of thing, you know, to watch out for. Could contain some fall trout, stuff like that too. And then when you go into all these other islands, there's just stuff everywhere in there, right? Like that whole chain of islands there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of those islands in there themselves will contain lake trout most likely. So if you troll up and down of them, up and down, and then cast those points that extend, and then you can go find some hidden gems on Google Earth all the time too, which I'm not going to point out. I'll let you do some homework on yourself, for yourself, but use Google Earth. And then what I'll do is after I find that hump and I locate it, I'll use my auto chart live and I'll drive around the hump, map it all out. So you're probably going to blow that spot the first time you're there for the most part. But when you go back the next time, you'll know exactly where that hump starts, where you need to be, where you should be sitting when you cast to, you troll to, because you should never go straight on top of the hump and start fishing it away. You should try to work your way up to it, because usually if you catch a fish on your first cast, it means you probably blew by a bunch of fish that you shouldn't necessarily, you could have caught. Obviously, it's not always the case, but a lot of times I'm not always happy when I catch a fish on the first cast, because I'm thinking, ooh, how many fish should I just drive over before I got to that fish? So use Google Earth, like I said, on your phone. Plan your trip first on your computer, but then keep it on your phone when you're out there, because you wouldn't imagine how many times it's going to save your butt in terms of even just looking for safe routes to get to places. But please don't rely on it solely, because sometimes not everything's going to show up on there. If you have a really dark water, you're not going to see those rocks and those reefs, but for the most part you can find it. So use it. Got him. Just decided to go to a different reef and troll off the edge first. Trolling's always going to be your more effective way to catch them, just because they follow for so long sometimes. So even like on a long cast, sometimes you just run out of room. But trolling is such a good way, an effective way to catch them, that's for sure. A little bit better fish right there. Man, they're gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Gorgeous fish. I'm gonna net you. Or am I gonna unclip you right at the boat? I'm gonna actually unclip you. I'm gonna unclip him right at the boat. Beautiful fish. Easy, girl. Ready? Nothing to it. See ya. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Got him. Got him. Again. Again. I saw them on the top of that hump casting, but couldn't get them to eat because it was too close to the boat. Put it in gear, cast it behind me, and bam. Nothing to it. Such an effective way for sure. Not as fun as casting and hooking him on the retrieve. He's just a little guy. That's a pike. That's a pike. Well, I saw trout up shallow, but I guess I caught a pike. Come here, buddy. Come here. Thank you for not taking my little Cleo. See you again. Be a good eating size. Fish. Nice. Just trolling another hump out here in the middle of the lake, basically. Just outside the... Come on, buddy. Still not big. But it's a laker. It's a laker. It's a lake trout. Again, we're gonna unclip you right at the boat, my friend. Easy. Easy. Okay. Just a little guy. Just a little guy. Soaked me. Soaked me. Again, this hump's loaded with them. A little bit better fish. Not big, but a little bit better. A little bit better. Still not trophy quality, but definitely better than the last one. This one I might have to actually net. Here. Come here. Come here. Okay. Okay. Wrap my line up. Well, like I said, a little bit better, but not much. Here we go. Hammered me. A little bit better. A little bit better. Staying down. There we go. It's a nice colored up one right there. Nice colored up one. I love the colors. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Man, they fight hard. Oof. They can fight pretty hard. Like I said in the video earlier, pound for pound, they're probably one of the hardest fighting freshwater fish. That is a gorgeous fish, all colored up. Look at that, spoon popped out right away. Man, I love how colored up they get in their orange fins, white belly, beautiful. Nice. Deadly. Probably like a 27 inch or something like that. Okay, buddy. See ya. Well, so far, a really productive morning. I talked about that whole Google Earth thing and looking for some spots on there. Now, don't forget about shorelines and all that as well. And that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna dip into some shoreline stuff where it's a little bit calmer so I can bring out the main camera, not splash around as much. But what I did right now was I kind of bounced around on a bunch of different humps, charted them out with my auto chart like I said I would do with on the whole Google Earth thing with my little spiel. And now I can come back to them with some bigger baits in the near future and try to troll up a bigger fish. I really think to catch a bigger fish, I'm gonna have to troll something a lot bigger and just put the time in. But right now I needed to chart some of those humps first. So now that I have them charted, I can work the outskirts of them without spooking the fish on top first. And then always at the end, I can do a pass over the top too, but I'm gonna wanna kind of troll the outside of it first. So let's dip into some shallower stuff. The sun's out, so let's go see if we can get any visual stuff on camera for some Lakers. So really cool morning so far. Fish on, baby. There's like Lakers just like on every shoreline basically. All you gotta do is just pick a shoreline. It's got some rock, start trolling it. You catch lots and you can start casting it. Little guy. They're definitely not gonna all be big. See ya. Got him. Just gonna say, I think I'm gonna cast this little area here. I hooked into one trolling around that point. Colored up one. Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's not hard to catch lake trout out here. It's not. Like, I'm not even trying that hard today because I'm kind of looking around lots, and this is fish, I don't even know, 10, 12, something like that. Lots of Lakers today. Lots. Well, that didn't take long with that bait. There we go. Well, switch to a little paddle tail, just working it slow. It honestly feels like you can catch Lakers off of every island, rock point. Like, it honestly feels like they're just kind of everywhere. It's pretty amazing. It's not hard to lay a licking on them, that's for sure. Nice little specimen. Hey buddy, see ya. Have a good year. That's all I switched to there was a little GT 360 search bait, and it was like instant. Okay, well, got a reef here behind us. Let's cast out the swim bait a little bit and see what happens. We're spot locked. Life's good. Life's good. Oof, that was a poor cast. Nope, first cast. Jeez. It's coming again. The visual thing's pretty cool. First cast, had a fish swipe at it. Well, that's easy. Oh, this one is so colored up. Look at this fish. That is awesome. Wow. It honestly feels so easy. Like I said earlier, like you could probably catch 100 of these in a day. Unbelievable. So colored up. Come on, buddy. So colored up. Wow. Crazy. Let me get the net on this one. I'm gonna show this one off. Okay. Very cool fish. Very cool fish. 26-incher, super colored up. Looks like it had a scar on it, probably something to do with the spawn there for sure. Very cool fish. Okay. See you, buddy. I think the one thing, when you're fishing them during this like pre-spawn period, just be really cautious with them. Like, be careful with them. A lot of this lake is closed, which is a good thing probably, but The fish you do catch, just take good care of them. Got him. Little guy this time. Very, very cool. Swim baits work good. Thanks, Mac. Mac said try swim baits. Paddle tails work really good. He's right. Little guy, but I don't even know, like I said, fish maybe like 15 of the day, something like that. Lots of fish. All I'm doing too is just casting this swim bait out, and I'm working it in so slow. So slow. The spoon I was working, you have to work it quite a bit faster. This you can just slowly swim. Well, that has been a very enjoyable morning. I know I didn't have the big camera out a lot today, and just for the fact that it was windy and the waves are splashing in, it was more of a scouting mission today to like find a bunch of the humps that I feel like are going to be good for possibly some bigger ones to troll some bigger baits on, as well as some stuff that'll be good for casting for the sight fishing stuff for smaller ones. So once the sun got up a bit, it slowed the fishing down a little bit, but it's still been pretty crazy. But the wind's been picking up. I want to head into back into Little Alumacraft, and we're gonna go chase some walleye for a little bit. After that 29.5-inch walleye yesterday, I've got the itching to put another big walleye in the boat. What a beautiful, beautiful day. This lake is so amazing. It's so big. It feels like you could be here for years and never fish at all. So awesome. Back at the cabin on this windy fall day. A great day fishing. Not gonna lie, I enjoyed it. Boat's charging up for another day. It's wet too because it's rained a little bit today, of course. As that's why I never had the big camera out that much. It's just, it was a tough day for the filming aspect of it. Fishing was good. I caught, I don't even know, between 15 and 20 Lakers. It was really good. Learned a lot. Spent some time searching areas to try to figure things out for the next few days because I'm hoping to target a bigger fish. It's the goal. But I am back a little bit earlier right now. It's not dark as you can see because I'm headed over to the clubhouse, which you can see right there. Right there is the clubhouse, where we're gonna go have a fish fry. Pretty excited. I gotta walk around here a bit because just like other videos I put up at Caribou Lodge earlier this year, I've only ever been up in this region in the north. I've never seen it during the summer. I guess it's fall technically. So I'm always used to seeing like so much snow, but look at this, the lake's right there. Got a little beach volleyball court, playground there for the kids. No, I'm not gonna go on the slide, even though I'm a kid still. It's really different to see what everything looks like up here in the fall time. Like I said, I've always been here in the winter with snow. There's the front of the clubhouse there. Awesome. Well, inside the clubhouse, look at this, ping pong, pool, map of the lake, so we can talk some fishing. How many beers are had staring at this map saying, where should we fish tomorrow? I bet you quite a few. Gives you a really cool idea of the whole, gives you a really cool idea of the lake. So Baker's Narrows is located up here along the highway, and like the first day I fished this area, and the second day I came over to the southern area, or the big Alumacraft Lake. The whole south area is closed right now to protect Lake Trout from the spawn, which is good. And that's something I'm going to talk about a little bit more in the future, is a little bit about the whole trout spawn too, and how you got to take extra care of these fish during the trout spawn, keep them in the water as much as possible. As you saw today on some of the fish that I caught, I just took the hook right out of the fish in the water, never even brought them in the boat. So we are going to have a nice fish fry in the clubhouse. Look at this, gorgeous big moose. We need to do some moose hunting again. Awesome. So yeah, fish fry, and we'll wrap it up later. We're back in the cabin. Supper was amazing. I did a little bit of filming in there in the clubhouse. I'll do some more in the future, but it was a little bit louder, so I just didn't pull up the camera that much. But back in the cabin, here's one of the rooms right here. Look how nice they are. The beds are actually super comfortable. Bathrooms are bright and awesome. Shower is really good. Nothing beats a hot shower after a cold day on the lake, that's for sure. So it was a wonderful day on the water. Nice little fish fry to go with it, some fish tacos. So good. But I gotta hit the hay because I've got Lake Trout on my mind and I gotta get up early and go chase some Lakers. So thank you everybody for watching as always. And don't forget, get outside. Get outside.